Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome to our late night podcast episode. I'm your host, Parvez Ahmed from The Observer. And in today's episode, we will be talking about different subjects and we will be. So, ideally, what I'm thinking is I'm trying to do like a how you have late night friends? Like, have you ever had a deep conversation with one of your best buddies? Late night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. conversation. For me, right now, it's 3 o'clock at night. And those conversations that you had with your friend, those are some of the best conversations of your life. Trust me. Because there's something about 3 a.m. because everybody's sleeping then, and then you can be real. At 3 a.m., you don't have to worry about your presentation skills, you don't have to worry about whether you'll be judged for what you say. At 3 a.m., you can be yourself, truly yourself, without any filters, without any expectation from other people, without any peer pressure from the crowd, which is why 3 a.m. is often a time when entrepreneurs a lot of entrepreneurs wake up at 3 a.m. and they go out for a hey, have you seen that movie Rocky? And Rocky is an amazing movie, right? The guy wakes up at 3 a.m. every morning at 3 or 4 a.m., right? 3 a.m. I think. And he has his raw eggs and he goes for his jog. He just goes for his jog and uh, then he comes back and he sees the day, I guess, because he woke up before the sun. He wakes up at 3 a.m. when it's not even daylight and he goes out for a jog. And that is how you win in life, I guess. If you wake up at 3 a.m. There's something magical, truly magical about 3 a.m. The time. If you watch movies, next time, like I'm sure you know this. If you watch movies, yeah, if you consider yourself a movie buff, any movie that you watch at 3 a.m. late night, 3 a.m. when everyone's sleeping, when you can't hear another human soul near you and it's just you're there and it's your noise cancelling headphones and your movie screen. Maybe you're watching it on your smartphone or whatever. Um, but yeah. So if you watch The Godfather at 3 a.m., that's it's amazing, right? Any movie, like. But there are some movies which are best enjoyed late night, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Yeah, a lot of movies are like that. You best enjoy. There's something. It's amazing, right? I mean, you can't put it into words. It's very hard to describe it in words. What we are talking about here exactly. But you get the point, I guess. I mean, I hope so. I hope you get the point. It's a magical time. It is a magical time. 3 a.m. Initially when I started my YouTube channel, I thought that I would be doing just podcasts and unfiltered and unedited. More than unfiltered, I wanted to keep it unedited. Um, and because it's my belief that when we edit, um, it's not authentic anymore. It destroys the authenticity of anything when we edit something because it's not raw anymore, right? Because now it feels synthetic. It doesn't feel real, doesn't feel natural for some reason. Um, it doesn't feel like it's you're talking when you're listening to someone speak their mind without any preparation, without any thought, without any um pre how do you say that, like without any preparation, um then it feels real. It doesn't feel manipulated, I guess. I mean, there's some value to that. I mean, when you prepare something, then you have prepared um what are you gonna say, based on the expectations that your audience have, and based on the expectations from society. You keep all that in mind. But um I initially thought of making unfiltered and unedited content. Um, Not the kind of clickbait content that we see every day on YouTube. But then I don't know what happened. I just felt very insecure about the whole thing, and I decided to make you know catchy videos with catchy clickbait sort of titles and uh, clickbait thumbnails to capture the attention of random people scrolling the internet. Um, because um, I thought like if I um speak my mind and nobody listens, then I would feel really um depressed or something. I guess I don't know. I felt really insecure. Um, even though, I mean, I'm not saying like I'm against like I don't I don't I'm not judging short form catchy clickbaity content in any way. I just think that everything has its own need. Everything is required. You have necessities of different kinds of things, right? In life. Um, that's why we have Instagram Reels and we have YouTube Shorts, and there's a place for everything. There's a place for um a one so there's a people also, or rather there's a place for a 5 minute short animated or short film, like a 5 minute short film, and there's also a place for a 3 hour long movie, right? Everything has its own place, everything is necessary. Life has a lot of variety. um and variety is um I don't know, like variety is suddenly a um a reality of life. Variety. um I I'm extremely sensitive to caffeine. I had a half a cup of coffee at 7 p.m. this evening, and now right now it's 3 a.m. and I'm still unable to sleep. So it's been like what, 7 p.m., right? I had a half a cup of coffee, not even a full cup, half a cup. Maybe like maybe it was like less than 50 milliliter, f 50 ml, or maybe 50 ml of coffee I had. Uh, but it was instant coffee, and I think I put a little bit more coffee powder accidentally, though I didn't mean to, but I put a little bit more than I meant to, than I wanted to. Um, and now it's 3 a.m. So it's 8 hours. Yeah, I guess if I'm not wrong. Um, 8 hours of 8 hours, right? 8 hours of coffee. Um, the 8 hours of 8 hours and still I'm awake. It's just fascinating. Even though I feel like I did. Uh, so have you ever observed this? A lot of people who suffer from insomnia, I have a advice. I'm sure you have already figured it out if you suffer from insomnia. It said, if you lie down, and just lie down, and I mean, obviously, no one can force. I mean, you cannot force yourself to fall asleep, which is the entire challenge with sleeping. If you cannot sleep, you cannot sleep. That's just a reality. I mean, I would say, for some, sleep is a luxury. Maybe for many, I consider sleep a luxury. If you're able to fall asleep instantly. Um, so first of all, you have a clear conscience, I guess. I feel a lot of people fall asleep easily. They just have a clear conscience, I guess. I certainly don't. I don't have a clear conscience. Not that I've murdered anybody. But I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, I have my guilt trips, and yeah, I late night, I I get these conscience awakenings and stuff like, oh, I'm such a horrible person. I have hurt many people. But I guess that's a story for a lot of adults, especially who are maybe 40 or in their 40s, 30s, and 40s. Everybody hurts somebody at some point. We have our ex relationships to think about, how people hurt each other in romantic relationships. Uh, that's a uh, that's a that's a tricky one, I guess. So yeah, I mean, if you just lie down, and even if you don't sleep, but you just lie down, and now I mean, here's the important bit. If you lie down and you gotta keep your electronics smartphones, laptops, anything, tablets, all your smart devices, it has to be turned off. Your Alexa, your Google Home or Google Nest, I don't know. Then your, what is it called? The PlayStation, your smart television, your smartphone, your laptop, your MacBook, this, that, everything. It all has to be turned off. And if possible, and if you live alone, even consider turning off the Wi-Fi router. You don't need to keep your Wi-Fi turned on while you're asleep, right? You can just turn off your Wi-Fi router late at night. I mean, before going to sleep. Now you can only do that if you live alone. Maybe you have someone who maybe you're, I don't know, a mom or a dad, and you have your children and you have your naughty teenagers who are late at night, and then they're chatting with their friends, and they're, doing all that teenager nonsense, right? So they gotta come to your room and knock. What happened? What happened to the Wi-Fi? I can't breathe. I can't breathe without the internet. Please turn on the internet. And then you have no choice. You have to keep your Wi-Fi on because teenagers don't sleep at night. They sleep only during the day, right? That's the, I mean, come on, they can't help it. They're going through hormonal changes to their entire biological, this biological avatar that we have. We go through a metamorphosis of some sorts during our teenage years, right? So we gotta be mindful of that, of course. Um, yeah. So these these are the thoughts that keep me up at night when I'm lying down on my bed and I'm just resting and I'm just wondering when I get to get to have some sleep. And then these these are the thoughts that come to my mind. um um so I'm thinking like maybe I'm gonna keep this like it is, and I'm gonna post it or whatever when I put this as a late night podcast episode kind of thing, like where you uh so the way I'm thinking, if you listen to this, you 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 maybe you can play it. If you are having difficulty falling asleep or something, maybe you can just play it, keep it by your head, and just um fall asleep listening to this weird guy on the internet talk about random stuff. I don't know. Just a thought, maybe. Um, I would like to do more of this kind of authentic communication. I strongly believe in authentic. Um, I strongly believe in how how they say it, keeping things real. I'm a big I'm a big advocate of keeping things real. You know, I I always love when people care about each other. And well, I would um I would I would donate my entire life to see a world full of people where everybody just genuinely and for no reason care about each other. That is, you know what that kind of world is called? That the name of that world is heaven. And it's a it's a place where nobody um nobody is what is heaven? Heaven is a place where everybody just loves each other, and everybody cares about each other. In a world, what is heaven? Heaven is a place full of conscious people and conscious everything. Look at n- look at our world. Humans uh humans don't play by the thing about humans is humans don't respect the the biodiversity, and how should I say this? Humans don't respect um uh, the ecosystem, the the balance of um how everything is dependent and interdependent. Everything is connected. Everything is has a everything in life is connected. So humans don't respect that. Um, humans humans are too stupid to understand that everything is connected. If we realize that everything is connected, then we wouldn't be causing so much of pollution to the environment. We won't be releasing toxic chemicals in the environment, because it is our because it will affect us in the end. Humans have a superiority complex. They um we we humans humans feel that they own this planet, but we don't. We are here. We are like this is a temporary. We are here as guests. Um, we gotta respect this place. Earth. This planet is a pretty nice place, man. We gotta respect this place. Nobody respects this planet, man. Nobody does. I was a few hours ago when my caffeine level in my bloodstream was a little bit higher. Now it's not so much. I'm kind of feeling sleepy even. But a few hours ago, I a few hours ago um, I was I was thinking, what uh, what would be the topic of my next video on YouTube. I was thinking like, what am I gonna make a video about? And I thought like maybe I should make a video about in the air pollution in Delhi, um, the current state of the air pollution in New Delhi, the air quality in New Delhi. And I thought like, what is even the point of making a video about it? I mean, will it like it won't change anything, right? I feel so sad when I hear the news about every year during winter. Since I was a little kid, whenever I open the news, all I see is Delhi has this toxic smog, this air of toxic air in Delhi. People are unable to breathe. Since I was a little kid, man, I've been hearing this, and I'm late. I'm in my late 20s now. What do you think? Do I care at this point? I don't even care because every year it just gets worse. So, what's even the point? Every year people are gonna make videos and nothing will happen. And this year, even the people who are making videos, in their videos, they are just uh, openly stating that yes, truly nothing is going to happen. So, what's the point? Nobody cares, man. We don't care. Nobody cares, dude. Everybody is busy living their own lives. People are too busy planning their um everybody now has now I'm not stupid. I know people have to earn money, right? Not everybody is privileged like me to not be worried. I have a lot of um I'm lucky in many ways. Like I don't have any financial burden, which is like in itself is kind of unimaginable. Like I believe majority of the humans have some kind of financial burden on them. I don't. I'm just lucky, extremely lucky. Um, and I even feel guilty about it. I mean, why is it that I don't have any financial burden, but I know so many people. The world is full of extremely talented people, my friends. You listening to this, you're also, I'm sure you have your own talents, but you don't have the time. Who has the time, right? I mean, do you have the time to harness your own talent? Who's gonna take the risk? Maybe you have the potential to become an amazing basketball player. I'm just saying, as an example, maybe you have the potential to become an amazing rugby player, or maybe a piano player, pianist, or a violinist. But who's gonna take the risk for you to try and become a violinist, or maybe you have the potential to become an amazing filmmaker, a movie producer, or anything, like maybe a ballet dancer, I don't know, maybe a sports car racer, right? Maybe you were meant to be, or you have the potential to go to the space station, become an astronaut. But majority of the humans will never have that platform and the opportunity. They will never get that opportunity, even though they might have more than enough talent. The saddest thing I feel about this life that I see, like I call myself the observer, which is why I named my YouTube channel the Observer. Um, like I observe the world, and in my observations, I have seen like the thing that makes me feel the saddest is that there are so many people who are extremely talented, but because our current administrations across the globe is such that we don't have systems in place to harness human potential. Um, if you just look around yourself, nobody's actually harnessing human potential. I mean, a few, um, see, companies like Amazon or Google, they are harnessing human potential, but their objective is, uh, I don't know, maybe I don't have, maybe I have limited vision, maybe I'm being limited, limited thinker, but do the large, powerful companies like Amazon and Google, do they care about taking humanity to a better place? Like, do we care about uh, happiness or consciousness, or I don't know, like, I mean, they seem to care about the environment, but that's just one tiny aspect. I mean, what about happiness though? Like Google and Amazon, they have these owners, the CEOs, like Amazon and, or for example, Elon Musk. I mean, he is more interested to take people to the Mars, to to Mars, which is good. It's all great, but what about consciousness and happiness and, uh, like, you see around the world, people don't even care about making good movies anymore because no one watches movies anymore. People are people find the 1 minute Instagram reels on their phones are enough. Uh, uh, Social media has replaced. Before social media, people used to go out, with their families and friends and their boyfriends and girlfriends and go to the theater. That was an amazing experience, right? In the before the internet, if you are a um, young, beautiful woman, right? You're in your 20s, you're really young, or you're a young, handsome boy, and you guys met, this handsome boy and this beautiful girl. They meet and they go to the movies. They have some their milkshakes after, and during the movie, during when things get a little romantic, people used to hold each other. What happened, man? Today you see people are everybody is just interested in, physical, sexual, pornographic relationships. People are interested in pornographic relationships today. Nobody cares about intimacy. Nobody cares about touching each other, in a very intimate way, in a two um when two people, um when a beautiful woman, what makes a woman beautiful? Her hair, her fingers, her wrist. Have you seen the wrists of women there? Uh, um, when you observe the area around the wrists of women, it's kind of beautiful in some way. Now it's my type. I kind of like skinny women. I find them quite attractive. I don't know why. But I like the hands of women. Like when I'm shaking hands with a female, like the softness, because I'm a man, so obviously I'm attracted to the softness of a woman. And but their wrists, I like the wrist area, like, of the hand, and their hands, like the fingers look different, right? The fingers of women are designed different and they're so attractive. I love that. I find them so attractive. You know, I act like a tough guy a lot these days, because of this sigma male and alpha male culture. I have to. I act like a tough guy. But the truth is that I'm a sucker for women. I mean, I'm a guy. I love women. I can't. I mean, I don't want to say I can't live without them because I seem to have arrived at a point in my life where I don't really need other people. In fact, other people's company kind of affect my own ability to understand life and to be the observer, like my YouTube channel or whatever. Uh, but what I'm saying is, I really genuinely, I mean, I find myself, I am passionate. Let's say I'm passionate towards women. I love women. I mean, I always did. I, I admired women. They, feminine beauty it's something, I don't want to sound fake or something, but, feminine beauty is, uh, it's something else. I mean, it's 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 uh it cannot be structured. Feminine beauty cannot be structured. It is an overflow of things. Like it was always flowing. Masculine, um masculine, there's a term, right? Masculine containment. Masculinity is about stability and structure and confidence. It's about being authentic, grounded. It's about being grounded. It's about being stable, not fluctuating. Whereas the feminine is like a flame. The flame is always wavy, right? When you light a lighter, when you light up a candle, and that's the flame of the candle. That's feminine. You put a little bit of twitch around the flame and the flame flickers. If there's too much wind, the flame just blows out. The candle turns off, or the candle, um, what is it called? Like the candle, or what can it be called? What do you do with a candle? You blow out a candle? I don't know. Anyways, you get my point. Uh, but the masculine is like the wax, the solid wax of the candle. It is holding the flame. The flame burns, and the flame burns, uh, and it melts the wax. And I feel like that is how the male-female relationship works. The man has to let himself burn, and the flame is this woman. The woman burns on top of the man, and the man just melts, like a candle wax, and the woman, the feminine beauty, burns on top of the masculine man. Um, but when you when you are the observer, you observe the candle burning, and the experience is, that of a candle burning, and it's producing light. Uh, so that's just some random thought, though. I mean, just came into my head for some reason. Um, but it sounded poetic, I guess. It has some kind of beauty. Um, beautiful beauty and beautiful conversations with people and beautiful communications have a uh, I don't know. I don't have. I have people in my life who I can have this kind of conversation with in real life. Like, but the thing is, uh, it's tricky. The situation right now. I feel like um, instead of having this conversation with one person, I feel why not have this conversation with possibly hundreds of other people who I can connect to on this thing that we have created, the interweb, the internet, right? That has its some kind of a value to it, I guess. Um, beauty is, I don't know, beauty, beautiful, beautiful flower, beautiful woman, beautiful flower, beautiful. Uh, what else is beautiful in our linguistic um, cultural, as far as cultural acceptance goes? A woman is beautiful, a flower is beautiful, a baby girl is beautiful. What else is beautiful? Um, the sunrise is beautiful, right? Sunrise is beautiful, sunset beautiful, moon is beautiful, the night sky is really beautiful. The horizon is beautiful. The universe is wonderful. Our cosmos is full of mystery. Our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, is so beautiful. I You won't believe it. I mean, if you are aware of this concept of light pollution, right? If you live in the city, in a large city, you cannot see the stars, right? But the night sky is you can, like, if you go in the some remote area or something, remote in a natural location, you can see the night sky, and man, it's it's wonderful. It's uh it's uh it's like magic looking at the and I've seen it with my own eyes. The Milky Way galaxy, you can see the entire galaxy with your own eyes. It's just, it looks like magic. It just looks like magic. Oh my God, it's something else. But we can't see it. If we live in the city, we are unable to see it. Even though our ancestors, they saw it every night. Every night they went to sleep, they saw the galaxy and went to sleep. And look at us. What are you listening to this on Spotify or YouTube? Oh, what are you doing? What are we doing? Is this life? I don't know. Um, The what I feel bad or like sometimes I just wonder like our ancestors, they used to see these Milky Way galaxy, right? And they used to breathe in pure oxygenated air, and they didn't have any, like, their air quality index was not bad, right? They had clean, fresh air. They were not breathing toxic air. So, like, but in today, look at our generation. We are breathing toxic air, and everything is so, like that. Um, but what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I was gonna make a point, but then I forgot. Um, the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, um, our ancestors lived an entire life from their birth to their death, just basking at the beauty of life. You know, they were not trying to uh, become somebody, right? Of course, they had their own worries. I'm not saying like that they didn't have problems, but they had a lot of problems, to be honest, diseases and stuff, right? Constant um, struggle of survival. But even today, if you look at tribal communities, right? Well, for example, there are tribes in the Amazon forest, right? As an example, there are so many tribal communities, right? Everywhere, all over the world, you can find tribal people who are still living in connection to nature. They did not give up their, the ancient ways, just to wear a suit and a tie and go to a building and do some cut on a keyboard in their offices. They are still today living the life that their ancestors used to live. A lot of them still eat raw meat. They don't cook. They just eat raw meat like their ancestors used to like their ancestor used to do. And yeah, they enjoy their marijuana. They enjoy their DMT, their peyote. Um, and what I'm saying is they're connected to nature in every way possible, and they truly understand what it means to be holistic and to live life in a holistic way. Um, they probably understand things that we don't, like the supernormal phenomenon and occults and stuff, right? Like channeling and a lot of mysterious stuff that exists in the universe, but and in our day-to-day life even. Like, how they have the UFO. There's a hearing going on in American courts, right, where they're discussing UAPs and UFOs and these sightings, like what those objects, that those pilots, they have recorded footage of those objects, which they claim to be of non-human origin, of other intelligent beings. So they're discussing, which means that something is possibly going to be revealed very soon, maybe in the next 5 years, maybe before that. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is, um, these tribal people, um, I had a point where I forgot. Anyways, like these, yeah. So my point is, see, our ancestors lived an entire life, right? Do you think our ancestors at the end of their life, like today in our modern lives, we have this concept of regret life, right? Like a lot of people say they regret not doing things, they regret some decisions, they whatever, something they did in their lives. Do you think our ancestors who used to smoke DMT and look at the galaxy, a beautiful Milky Way galaxy, did they have any kind of regret at the end of their life? Like, oh, I didn't do that, didn't do this. Probably not, right? I mean, I don't think, I mean, what regrets could they possibly have? They just lived life like it was meant to be lived in pure, authentic, connected to nature. The most beautiful way you can live a life. Even if, let's say, they died at the age of 30, because it was like the lifespan was not good, right? You can catch a disease and you can die at the age of 30. It's very normal for our ancestors. But still, even if you live 30 years and if it's a magical life, like every night you just lie under the beautiful night sky, the Milky Way galaxy, and you fall asleep. I mean, can your VR headsets replace that beauty? And like, I feel, I feel annoyed because I'm like, why do I have to tolerate this modern human society? Um, I didn't choose to be born now at this time period where the way I have to socialize with people is through the internet. I wish I was born in a tribal community, even if at this modern age, but I don't want to be a part of this hyper modernized society, this cyberpunk kind of society where everything is digital. Um, I mean, I know I probably don't have a choice, but um, even though I'm not, see, I don't want to miscommunicate here. I'm not saying that the modern cyberpunk kind of society is bad. I see the beauty in it, in all of life, everything. I feel that even in this modern AI driven, machine learning driven kind of society, I also see a lot of beauty in this modern scientific Elon Musk kind of society, right? But I just wonder and I kind of I feel like it's a missed opportunity to be not able to live the life of tribal people, is all I'm saying. I feel like in some ways they have it better than us. Maybe in every way they have it better than us because they're happy. Ultimately, they're happy. If you look at the documentaries that, all these National Geographic documentaries, they're just happy. They're just happy with their life. And I mean, they don't regret, right? I mean, do you think these tribal people living in the forests of Amazon, they they wonder like, oh, I wish I was born in New York City. Do you think a kid living in a tribal community, he or she or whatever, that kid is getting bored and thinking, I wish I was born in New York City. They have these modern life in these cities. I honestly don't think so. But look at the look at us, people who actually do live in New York City. We think like, man, I wish I was born in a tribal community because life is so hectic in New York City. And obviously, I'm using New York City as an example. I just mean that any large metropolitan city. Uh, but it is what it is. But it's worth a discussion, though. I mean, I feel people. should talk more about these stuff because it's important, right? Um, uh, care about your life, guys. So all I'm gonna say. Life is uh life is this whatever it's I don't know exactly how your life is, but try to make the like try to make something meaningful out of this life because it's all we have, right? After this, I mean, when I die, when we die, right? When all of us dies, um, maybe there will be something else, obviously, because the universe doesn't go anywhere, right? Because the universe will always be here, and it will probably uh, whatever you want to call it, God or the universe, like it's all really the same thing, but it's gonna be here all the time, right? So we are here, we are it, it is us. So, but still, this human life, uh, let's try to make some kind of meaning out of it. I mean, um, we suffer from meaninglessness. I used to think when I was younger, I used to romanticize nihilism, but as I get older, I feel like, nah, man, nihilism is a complete waste of life, like that philosophy is. Uh, Life has to be meaningful, like there is no objective meaning, but we have to create meaning out of this life. We have to create something meaningful, something like some kind of amazing whatever. We have to create that. And let's do it. Let's get busy doing that. Why? Because why not, right? I mean, it's life, this is all we have. Let's cherish it, you know. Uh, and in today's times, men and women are getting separated from each other, and men hate women, and women hate men. I say heal the gap, like heal the divide. Men and women should jump on each other. Get get on top of each other. Mingle with men and women should mingle. Men and women were born to get attached to each other. We were created for that purpose. We were created to get get at play, to have fun with each other, and not hurt each other. Like men and women should not hurt each other. We should. This is a playground. Everybody should play. Be nice to each other, right? Why hurt each other? Be like kids. In the playground when kids play, little boys, girls, they play with each other like they're so innocent. They don't, even if they accidentally hurt each other, they forgive each other quickly and they move on. They're such amazing beings. We have to be like them. We have to learn from the children. They know better than us, the young ones. We have to learn from them. We have to learn from the animals. We have to learn from the cats and our dogs. They are intelligent in their own way. We think we humans feel this superiority complex, like we are the most intelligent. Bullshit. We are, from our point of view, from our own metrics, like from the metrics that we have created, uh, we judge and we decide that, oh yeah, we are the most intelligent, but that's based on the metrics that we have created. Intelligence is, I mean, how do you define it? It's not possible to define. You have to be intelligent to understand what it is. Anyways, I think I'm gonna close this episode now, and well, I hope that I decide to do more of it. Um, Stay tuned and stay curious.